Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Thank you for clicking on today's video. So I've got a Marks and Spencer's haul for you. Let's get straight on into it. Now, if you've watched any of my videos, you know I like to get my money's worth out of items, so I'll try and style them in lots of different ways for you. And just for reference, I'm about 5'4". I'm usually an 8 on the top and a 10 on the bottom, but of course that changes depending on the shop, the style of clothing, but let's get into it. So my first item, oh, I could not resist this, and it is this gorgeous coat. And I just thought this was the perfect colour, because normally this style of coat are quite warm colours and sometimes they can be very difficult to pair things with. Now it's coming across a little bit more grey on the camera than it actually is. It's more of like a greyy beigey colour, which is great because I think it will go with both warm tones and cool tones. Now, to be honest with you, I went for a size 8 in this. However, looking at it on the hanger, I wish I would have gone for a 10 to have that more oversized look. This was £60, but I actually think this is really good value because it's finished off lovely, kind of like cozy material in the collar, and that goes all the way into the coat and also down into the sleeves as well, all the way down to the bottom. So this is going to be super warm and cozy, and it's definitely one of those coats. Obviously it's more relaxed. If you work in a more relaxed workplace, you'll be able to wear this for work, but if you're going on the school runs like me, country walks, going to the pub, going to family events, this is going to be a really lovely one. And it's definitely one of those coats you can literally just wear jeans and leggings and throw this on over the top and you look a little bit more put together. And it has got the buckle details and stuff around the collar. I just think this is finished off so nicely. Now the hardware on this is silver, however I do think that really goes. I'm normally like a gold or brass. Now I probably would have preferred it if they picked like a more brass sort of material colour, sorry, but this is lovely anyway. About this jacket, so I really love the colour of this. I think it's my favourite with just a basic cream jumper. It did look nice with the black, and I think it will go with all denim. So even though this is more of a casual piece, you can wear it with a lot of your casual items in your wardrobe already. It's not too thick and bulky either. So I've got another coat like this, and it's like a brown faux leather one, and it is super thick. So this one, if you're like popping out in the car, it's not going to feel like difficult to drive in or anything. So yeah, liked it. I wish I probably would have sized up. So if you like something a little bit more oversized, then I would size up. Although saying that, I've not had any problems with getting jumpers and stuff on underneath. It does finish sort of just above my hips, as you'd have seen in the try on clips. So I actually prefer to wear this open. So I think this would be a coat for me, like I say, I'm just popping to the shops, I'm just going to go and get the girls from school. Something where I don't need to be covered up for a long period of time. It doesn't look bad clothes, but I just prefer the look of it open. And yeah, it's just very cozy. What I would have liked is if, as well, to make it more cozy, if the zip would come all the way up onto the collar, because that's what my other one does. And they can be like really nice and like tucked in here. And then you get to see the buckle detail a little bit more. But it doesn't, it comes here. So it's quite a smart casual coat, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I do like it. I love the colour. It does feel like it's going to be cozy, but definitely go for a size up if you want it to look a little bit more relaxed. And I think if you're going for more relaxed, it would look better with leggings, although I didn't actually try this on with leggings, but it did, like I said, it went with all different colours, and I do love it with cream. I think that is the best colour combination with this coat. Now I know we're still in autumn, but I just couldn't resist this one. It is very Christmassy colour, but I actually picked it up because I've been loving wearing this burgundy red sort of colour. And do you know what, I thought I could keep this one for Christmas Day and wear it because it's this midi length satiny style skirt. It's not too shiny. In fact, it's probably coming up a little bit more shiny on camera than it actually is, but I just loved this colour. This was £30, but I think it's so worth it. M&S is finished off so much nicer than obviously like the cheaper high street stores. It's a little bit thicker than you'd get anywhere else, which is good for this style of skirt because you don't want like your jumpers showing when you're tucking them in. You don't want to see your panty line or anything. And I've got to wear comfy pants. I can't be one of these people who wears uncomfortable pants so you can't see them, you know. I want to wear my big pants all the time. So yeah, I thought this would be a nice one in autumn. We could wear it with boots, we can wear it with nice little flats, you can dress it up if you're going out in the evening, or like I said on Christmas, put something sparkly with it or something cream on top. However, you could totally dress this down as well with like a big chunky jumper. it's going to be quite a difficult colour to pair with, but to be honest, most of my wardrobe is creams, blacks, neutrals, so this will go in the wardrobe, and you know that I love adding a pop of colour. Now I went for this one in the size 10 because anything like this, I don't want it to cling to my belly and hips. I have had 2 babies, and yeah, I just like it to skim over and look very flattering, hopefully. So yeah, this is a lovely piece for £30. Do you know what? I absolutely love this red skirt. It fits really nicely. It doesn't cling too much to the belly area, and it just kind of like flows out, but it's not too flary and it's not too like tight and stiff. It's still, in fact, oh, I can't show you now, but basically you do a massive step. So if you're chasing after the kids, you could literally sprint in the skirt and you'd be fine. I'm going to keep this, I think, for December. Now I did find it a little bit harder to dress down because of the colour and because of the material. It's got a little bit of shine. It's not super shiny. I think it's coming off more shiny on the camera than it is in real life, but it was a little bit more difficult to dress down, but it's just so perfect for December. And because I went for a size 10, actually it doesn't even matter, even if you went for like a smaller size, look how stretchy it is. But the waistband is actually finished off nicely as well, so it doesn't matter that the waistband is on show because it's just kind of smooth and into the skirt. It's not like this stitching here. They've kind of kept the stitching on the inside. Although saying that, actually, if I took that in, no, that is how it's meant to be. Yeah, you kind of roll it so then it's just smooth and very flattering, and I like stuff that just kind of like flows out, feels very feminine when you're in it. And I just absolutely love this colour. I think especially with like the Christmas parties coming up, and even just when you like go around people's house, I like to just dress up a little bit, not crazy, but I really like this with the look of the cream jumper. I did pair it with this. I thought this was a little bit more meeting-esque and also a little bit less Christmassy with wearing like a blouse like this. I felt like that took away the seasonal feel of it. But overall, I absolutely love this skirt, and honestly I just feel like it cannot be a midi satin skirt. Like, it looks so put together. If you just whack on a white t-shirt with this or a black t-shirt and some trainers, it's going to look so good. So yeah, highly recommend this. I loved it with my Primark bag. That Burgundy bag is from Primark, and do you know what, it just goes with way more than you think it would, and I really like a tonal look right now. So yeah, really happy with this skirt. Definitely worth the price. Now, I couldn't do an M&S shop without picking up a jumper at this time of year, and I actually don't have one in this browny colour. Again, it's quite a cool toned brown, which I thought would go with lots of different things. It would go with that coat really lovely, and I just loved the knit pattern on it. It feels super soft and super cosy. So some jumpers can feel a little bit itchy, can't they? This one doesn't at all. It feels super soft. Now, I think this was a little bit more expensive for a jumper, so this was £40. But what I will say is about the M&S jumpers is the knit is normally tight, and I can tell on this one that it is tight. It's not a holey jumper, so it is going to keep you warm. You won't necessarily have to put on loads of layers underneath to stay warm. And I thought this was a nice one, again, that you could wear every day. I would wear this to the office with some smart trousers. I would wear it when we're going on a country walk and layer it up under a coat. I was even thinking we could get like a smart shirt and pop underneath to smarten it up a little bit as well. So yeah, just a really lovely jumper. Now, it's also quite a soft material, so I think it's going to be really good for tucking, which is really important for me because, like I say, I'm 5'4" and I don't have the longest legs in the world, and I'm still on the high waist train. So yeah, this one I've got high hopes for. I think this might be my most favourite item so far in this haul. I just love this jumper. I think it fits really nicely. It feels really soft. Like I said, it is so tuckable, and we've now tested the theory. It is tuckable. I liked it with cream. I liked it with the black trousers, so you could wear it a little bit smarter. I was going to pop it with these. I think it will go with grey really nicely as well. Yeah, it is just a good all-round jumper, and I can imagine wearing this with even like a long body warmer over the top to stay warm if you're going on dog walks and stuff. It is really flattering. It does come down to, again, sort of like hip area if you are interested in wearing it sort of out. Again, like I said, I'd always definitely tuck it in, and you can do that. It feels soft. It's just going to be really easy to wear because it's a very simple cut. But like I said before, I just love these knit patterns. I just think it gives it something extra, and there's something about it that is very country style, which I think is really big right now. I think everybody's obsessed with the Cotswolds, and I feel like you could definitely get away with this if you were doing a trip there. So yeah, I love this one. I like the fact that it's like a cool toned brownie colour. It's not too warm. Oh, I adore it. I'm sorry, talking of Christmassy, I bought this top and I just thought this was gorgeous. I mean, obviously it's not like an out there Christmas piece, but can you imagine wearing it with the red skirt? Mind you, I'm probably giving too much Mrs. Claus vibes there, but I love this. I love wearing a fine knit. I always say this, I'm always like erring on the side of cold. I need layers, I need to be warm. Even in the summer I wear knits, and this is just a really lovely, it's like furry, can you see the material? Like a furry, soft, cozy material. It's got this gorgeous bow, how feminine. And I thought this would go with lots of different things. Now this came in like small, medium, large, and to be honest I'm never fully sure where I sit on that scale, so I went for a small. And it is actually a cardigan. It does have buttons down it as well, but to be honest I don't think I'd ever wear this one open. I think I'd only ever wear it closed because it's got this gorgeous bow on it. But yeah, I just thought this was really nice, but a little bit more dressed up if you're going around somebody's house for like a Christmas party. Sorry, I know I shouldn't be saying it, but I've got a big family and I've already got to start preparing for Christmas. I don't know about you guys, I've got to spread the cost over several months. So yeah, but this one is absolutely lovely. The softest material, and it feels quite thick as well. I know it's a little bit of a juxtaposition with it being a t-shirt but also being thick, but you know what it's like. We go around people's houses, like especially if you're at a party and there's loads of people there, it gets warm but you're cold going in. I feel like actually this is a good balance for those types of things. So yeah, really like this one and I can't wait to try that one on. So this cream top is so lovely. It feels really soft on the skin. I always say hand skin and body skin is different. I mean, this is so soft on both. So if you do get irritated by some knitwear, this is a good option if you want something a little bit more dressy. Now, I loved this top with the red skirt. I just feel like that was the perfect Christmas outfit. And I have to say, this, even though it's a t-shirt, is actually quite warm. So yeah, it fits really nicely. It comes down to here if you are interested in where it comes down to when it's out. It fits nicely on the shoulders, so if you are like an 8, then I'd recommend going for the small. I think an 8 or 10 could get away with the small. You can hardly see the buttons. I'm not sure why they went for a cardigan in this rather than a jumper, but you can hardly see the buttons, and they're kind of this really nice pearlescent button. I'm not sure if you can see that there, but they're very nice pearlescent button. But yeah, I love this. I actually think this is so much easier to wear. So I think it doesn't have to be a Christmas piece at all, because I feel like the red skirt did feel very seasonal. This one doesn't necessarily. So I still feel like in March when it's a little bit cool, if you're going somewhere nice and you just want to wear a jeans and a nice top, this is a good option. And I feel like this will look nice just under a trench coat or with like a black coat over the top. I think it's going to look really smart. So yeah, I really like this one, and it is so fluffy. Like, I don't think it's doing it justice on camera today, these items, but this is so soft and so fluffy. So yeah, if you're a little bit cooler like me, but maybe you've got some nice jewellery that you want to show off over Christmas, this will be a good option. I curled my hair just before I started doing this video and I brushed it out, but because I have naturally curly hair, it really curls back up, and in the viewfinder it looks like I've got like orangey bubbles. But anyway, I'll get on to the next item, and I got this gorgeous green jumper. Now, you know my favourite colour is green right now, and this is very simple, very basic, but again, the knit is very close, so it's going to be very cosy. It's also got this neckline, which I like because it's not like a polo neck where it feels like really tight, but it still keeps your neck warm. And I do feel like in winter, if your neck is warm, if you've got a scarf on, if you've got a jumper on like this, you'll generally be more warm. So yeah, went for this one. This one was at £46. I went for it in the small, but I do feel like this is quite like a nice oversized style jumper. It has got, am I showing you the right way? Let me just check. Yes, that's the front. So not on the front, on the side there is slits as well, which can be a little bit more flattering, again if you are a pear shaped like me, because you don't want anything tight if it falls around your hips. This one will hopefully just sort of flare out if you don't want to wear it tucked in. I feel like this one is a little bit thicker and maybe not going to be as good as tuck in at the brown one, but it's still very soft, so we will give it a go in the jeans. And it was also quite a thick jumper as well, so I don't know if it's going to be tuckable, but something like this, if you've got leggings on, you know, it is going to still be flattering, hopefully. I mean, I will give you my thoughts as always after I try them on. But yeah, £46, £46 for this one, but this is definitely an investment piece. Green never goes out. We can wear green for Christmas, so we can definitely get our money's worth out of this one. Do you know what, I think M&S might be my favourite shop on the high street for jumpers, because I feel like they just do them so well. This is such a lovely foresty green shade and it fits lovely. I would say there's a little bit more material on this one compared to the brown one, and it was a bit more difficult to tuck in, but it is so cosy and oversized and warm, and I just love how it fits. It's very slouchy and relaxed. Although saying that, I did dress it up with a red skirt. I feel like for half this video I am dressing up like a Christmas tree, but I wasn't mad at it. In terms of where it comes down to, again, it falls like in the hip area as well. I think I talked about pairing this with leggings and I completely forgot to do that, but this would look lovely with just some like gym wear leggings and some trainers and even like a nice jacket over the top. Yeah, that would be like a top tier outfit. So yeah, really happy with this jumper. I like the fact that the sleeves are a little bit longer and they're going to cover your hands when it's cold, but they're not too long that they completely cover them and it looks silly. Oh, I just think it's so cozy. Yeah, really nice, good all-rounder jumper, one that you can keep in your wardrobe for years, and we know with M&S it tends to wash well as well. So yeah, I'm very happy with this one. And then when you see this one, I think you're going to be wondering what I was thinking when I purchased it, and I'm wondering what I was thinking too. And it is this, really not me normally, midi, I think it's going to be midi, it could be maxi on me, leopard print dress. Now I sometimes get totally swayed by the models because obviously they're all gorgeous, and I'm like, oh yeah, well, I could do leopard print as well then with that sort of dress, forgetting that I don't even know where I'd wear this, like near me. Like, I don't live in like a fancy city or anything, it's like quite a laid back town. And I'm thinking this leopard print is way more bold than it looked on the website. We will give it a go. I went for a size 10 in it. I feel like the cut of the dress is going to be really nice. It's got this like cowl neckline, and I think they did have other colours of it. So if you do like the shape and the cut of it, and if it's gonna, we'll check, we'll see if it's flattering, then maybe I'd recommend, I mean, if you like the leopard print, go for it. I feel like if you've got dark hair, I feel like there's something about leopard print that looks lovely on people with dark hair. I think it's because it like matches your like colours a little bit more. I feel like on me, leopard print can look a little bit stark, but we'll give it a go. And I'll probably dress it down with a jumper, and this will end up looking more like a midi skirt as well. And it's got this ruche detailing on the side, so I think it is going to be flattering. I'm hoping so anyway. And it's got thicker shoulder straps, which I love because it means that you can wear your bra without anybody seeing your straps. And my bras, to be honest, I feel like once they've gone through the wash, they never look the same. And I always wear nude bras and they always go a little bit discoloured, don't they? So I appreciate that the bra is covered. I'm really hoping the neckline's going to be flattering and around the tummy area. I think for winter anyway, with it being, you know, having no sleeves, we're going to have to layer it up. But yeah, this would be like a nice date night dress, I suppose. It's just, I don't know how I'm going to style this. I'm going to try and like pare it down a bit because I'm not somebody who's like very loud and bold with prints normally, and this is quite like that. So we'll have a go at like paring it down and see if we can make it look really classy. Because right now I'm thinking, was it Pat Butcher off Coronation Street back in the day who used to love wearing leopard print? That is literally what I thought when I grabbed this out the bag. The material itself is kind of like silky and soft, so it does feel really nice. But yeah, we will try to style this nicely. Okay, so the leopard print dress, yeah, really not my cup of tea, to be honest with you. Like, it's just, the print is too bold, it's too out there for me. I'm somebody who likes to dress understated. I did quite like it with the green, but I wish the leopard print was smaller. It's just a bit too big, it's a little bit too overwhelming for me. And also the dress itself, I really like the neckline, really like the shoulders. However, it's that sort of material that is super clingy. So I went for a 10, which is my bigger size, but so clingy around the hips and the tummy area and the bum area. And it also is one of those materials that feels really cold to the touch. You know, when you put it on and it just feels cold and uncomfortable, which is definitely not what I want at this time of year. So I'm not a massive fan of the material. If anything, I feel like it feels quite cheap, like something that you could order off like one of those really, like one of the really cheap stores online. This doesn't, to me, feel like M&S, unfortunately. And yeah, I'm not a fan of the print at all. So yeah, I would give this one a miss. And that was it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We do lots of Marks & Spencer's haul, Primark hauls, all sorts of things on this channel. And like I say, if you like getting your money's worth out of clothes and like ideas, it's not about spending money on new clothes. Hopefully you've got some items that are similar to this in your wardrobe and you can wear them in different ways. Really hope this video has given you some inspiration, and I'll see you in my next one. Thank you again for watching. Bye bye.